because no one's done it yet. Basically, a clear and the time is set. Someone's done... We've done Homenstern, someone's done Meg. Let's make a benchmark for Qitana. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Basically, clear, we set a time to beat. What's going on with my phone? Right, I think my phone's going weird. So let's do it. Sugar. I think I know what it is. There we go. So here we're just trying to set a time. So, I'm not going to try and kind of go... Well, obviously we want to try and make it a good time, but... We'll make this just a sort of learning. And see if we can at least try and get it. Get a good time. Evil. Then we've got to do... We're going to try and go big mobs. We're going to try and go big pools. Right, I don't know how big pools on this will go. Well, if I can do it in a normal run, I should be able to do it in this. Two, three. And don't worry, chat, you don't need to worry about my health. I can, with pretty much a couple of button presses, I can get it back up to full health, no problem. Right, we'll go with 2 decimates. But yeah, no pressure this run, just because this is our first attempt, and there's no time. So, try and do this as clean as possible. Cleaner the better. The first boss could be a bit of a pain. I will say that. First boss could be a horror. Jesus and the boys, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Oh, where should I be? Where should I be? I should be here. Alright, we'll go Travel. Checking in upheaval primal. Oh, this does nothing. Don't know why I was stressing over dodging it. It does nothing to me. Because I am Unga Bunga Warrior. Yeah. Right, a couple of inner chaoses. So yeah, like with this, it's just, the enemies are just going to have a lot of health. They're not going to hit me too hard, they're just going to have a crap ton of health. So this is more just a endurance than anything. Just trying to kind of stay alive. Alright, and we'll have everything back in time for boss. But yeah, this is where things could get a little tricky. It depends on my luck. because mechanics in this can be very, very fickle. Like, I could get like a good fight where like it's fairly straightforward mechanics, or it could be so bad that I get very little room for error. Right, let's do the Tempest again. Because the thing is, if I get hit with mechanics in this, you get vulnerability stacks, which can be pretty hefty. So you've got to look at the Scorn, like whichever side's shining, you've got to be at the other side of that, and then there's going to be a second thing to add on top of it, which makes things even tougher, and this is the mechanic heat up. So whatever side's doing that, whatever side's kind of glowing, again, that's the side. So it's going to be like two, like kind of half area hits, but it could be a case of like, it could be a Scorn, and then the like area for the heat up could be quite tiny, and then that's when things get a bit nasty. So like, so we've got heat up there. So that one's actually quite a generous one, because it means I've got a full quarter of the area to use. But there could be some that I get if I'm not lucky. Like, there could be some that I get that I maybe get like a tiny bit to dodge. And that's when things can go wrong. Like, because I've seen a lot of kind of party runs wrecked because of it. Right, so he's going to go for a heat up. Right, so Storm is on that side, so yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So this one, not, you can see the area in that was not quite as generous. It was a very small area. It was like a pizza slice kind of area for that one. And they're the ones that can pretty much screw you over and wreck your runs. But so far, it's been a fairly straightforward fight. Right, so he's going to go for another heat up with a Scorn. So, Scorn's on the right, so now we've got to see where he's going. Oh, we've got a generous one here. You love to see it. You love to see the generous ones. Oh, messed up my primal. It's okay. Sun Toss doesn't do a lot of damage, and there's no vuln stacks in that, so that's pretty much a free hit. Right, we'll wrap up with Inner Chaos into the upheaval, and done! Boss 1 done. Not bad. So yeah, Dawn Meg can be done like 17 minutes. This will not be like in the region of like a Dawn Meg or a like my time earlier on. This will take a, this is lengthy because you've got a lot of enemies with just massive health bars. So, but what we can do here is we can still do the big pulls. Like, my Inner Chaos is about to come back, so what we can do is we can just kind of do a reprisal. Just kind of, and then Blood went Inner Chaos. Probably should have done it the other way, but hey oh, doesn't matter because then we can get the health back into a Primal Rend. Then Chaotic Cyclone. And that'll kind of tidy things up. We'll pop an Arm's Length just to kind of slow them down a bit. Because I've got my Blood Went back again. And that just keeps the health up. So yeah, 2 lots of mobs, 2 lots of big pools, and then we've got our next boss, which is the Bat Squatch, I believe. That one can be a bit of a dicey one if you're not careful, because again, there's a lot of mechanics in that. If you're not careful, it can ruin it. You can get burn stacks like no tomorrow in that fight. So that's a fun one. So got to pull the 2 Rosannas and the Anaconda. Got more acrobats coming. And then you just got this lot here. This section in a synced run can be a bit of a pain, you know, with a party, like. But here we are. It's okay. We can just do our usual. This will keep the health up. We can pop a reprisal while we're at it. Progeny into a primal rend. Then we can go with the 2 cyclones. And there we go. That kind of whittles them down a good bit. We'll put in a Thriller Battle just to kind of keep the health up. But then again, we've got the Blood Wetting back, so we can pop that. And we can see that sweet 117k. And that would be like that for a little bit. That came off. Just pop now Orogeny, kind of while we're at it. Get it in. Geneo GCDs. Don't think we could pop a Blood Wetting just to make sure. Just as a safety play here. Nothing's up yet. Right. I think we'll take out this Rosanna. We can kind of single target now. Like, they're not going to kill me. Alright. Just checking I've got a new sub for my YouTube channel. By the way, guys, as well, if you haven't subbed to my YouTube, make sure you do. I'll be putting this up on YouTube. So if you're watching YouTube, hello. And if you're on YouTube, you're on my Twitch. It's where I am. Alright, so we're going to do our usual combos. We're going to start off with the triple fail cleave. Yep. Into the primal rend, upheaval. Then we're going to do our 2 infuriates with the inner chaos. And there we go, we've managed to bring it down to 82%, which is not bad. Now this is where things can get a little tricky, and this is where vuln stacks can happen in abundance. So he's going to do something called subsonics. A lot of AoEs are going to appear, and then there's going to be some pillars that appear. So you can see a couple of AoEs there, see that back there, and then one pillar is going to appear. You want to try to be away from that pillar, or better yet, behind them. Because then they'll fall forward. Once they fall forward, if you're caught in that AoE, you get a vuln stack. And this is where vuln stacks in this run could be a bit rougher than in home and stuff. So we do our usual again. Then we can pop in a chaos. Right, brought them down to 58. And don't forget as well, I've got equilibrium, so just in case things do kind of go wrong and I end up with vuln stacks in abundance again, I've got equilibrium, which is a massive heal, and it also heals over time. So pretty useful ability, that one. So I'm going to try and go about here. Oh, that was a bit unlucky. It's okay, we can just pop this. Equilibrium and back up to 83k, and it heals over time, so they're not too bad in that regard. I've got Blood Wetting on again. It's off cooldown, so I've got that just in case. But let's just go for the another triple fail cleave combo. Alright, so he's doing a lot of subsonics so far. We're okay in the AoE department. Alright, so looking at that shadow, that's going to come this way. So I reckon being a bit here. So you've got to look at the shadows of the pillars. I think that's kind of the clue. Yeah, so I was right in that. So if I didn't move, I was taking a second vuln stack. That's a vulnerability off, so now we can just focus on just chipping away at his health. He's down to 20%. See if we can maybe get the kill maybe with the next lot of fail cleaves. Maybe not quite. Oh, we got a move. There's an AoE. And if an AoE hits you, you're getting a vuln stack, so you want to try to avoid them. Right, this is probably the safest spot I can stand in. I'm going to pop a blood weight as well, just try and get health back up. The health's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. Into a primal rend. Originate, then doing a chaos. Look at that, we're down to 3%. 2%, 1%, and he's down. Easy as you like, only took the one vuln stack, not bad. Now it's time for the fun part. This is where things can get very interesting. Looking at the AFC chat there, I'm not focused on the run, I should be focused on the run, we're setting a pace here. So far we've been in about 16 minutes. Which is, so 60 minutes to get through all that, that's pretty quick. So, we're just going to steam through all these, we're going to pick them all up. We've got Echo Qitana, go watch out for that, that has self-destruct. If you're not careful, that will just go boom, and you go boom. We've got thieveries here, we'll onslaught into them just to speed up the process. We'll wait for all of our friends to arrive, then we'll go like this. Then we'll triple decimate into a primal rain. Then we'll go orogeny into that, into a cyclone. There we go. They're pretty low already. We've got blood went back just in case. I think for just a safety play we'll pop it because these enemies are hit quite hard. We'll chuck in our chaos. I meant to do cyclone, but hey ho, I've missed. Who cares? We'll not do a decimate. We'll kind of hold off on the decimates because these are almost down. And there's a little thing that you can do with this next lot of mobs, and I actually learned this recently. So you've got a couple of enemies that are kind of at the side. Like, what you can do is, so you pull all these, then we'll go to Forgiven Flattery, you then come here, you bring them back here, and then they can join, then the Forgiven Violence join in as well. Because you're making it look as if there's no enemies here. And that's usually their cue to kind of join in. We've got to make sure that we're kind of got all of our kind of cooldowns here on the go, because these guys, there's a lot of enemies here, they're going to hit like a ton of bricks. Got a Thriller Battle, we'll pop that just as a little safety play. Into another Chaotic Cyclone, that should really wipe out the HP. We've got Blood Wet, we'll pop that. Echo Qitana is gone. And you can see all the enemies pretty much kind of last a little bit of health. Right, then last enemy, and then we're into the boss. And after this boss, it will be timed, so time is always with the in-game timer. That's why I don't have things up on the screen like splits. It always goes an in-game timer, which will come up in the chat at the end. So let's see what we get. So it's just our final boss, Eros. So we'll start off with our usual. Go triple fail cleave. Into the Primal Rend, we'll go Infuriate with the Anna Chaos. So this is where damage could be quite hefty. Hefty? What's hefty? So he uses an ability called Hound Out of Heaven. You've got to move back as far as you can until you see the purple line. If you see the purple line, you're kind of in the clear, so you're not going to take too heavy a damage. If you're too close, you take big damage, and I believe you take a vuln stack as well. Colossal Alia, not too big a hit there. We should be able to kind of keep health up for the most part. So now he's going to do something called Viper Poison. He'll go Viper Poison, he's going to move back, bring you in, and all you're pretty much doing is, as soon as he starts to, so you use Inhale, he'll bring you in, he'll then exhale to kind of push you back. So you use Heaving Breath. When he uses it, a good thing you can do is Onslaught, and you're back in. So that's a very good way to kind of utilise your gap closer. So Onslaught is a very, very good gap closer. We'll pop that. Then that, we'll do an upheaval. So there we go, we're about a third of the way. So here you want to kind of stand in front, because he's got two at the side, so two heads will kind of get the side, so if you're on the side, you're going to take a bomb stack. And this is a recurring theme with a lot of these bosses in Endwalker and Shadowbringers. It's just constant bomb stacks. This game forces you to learn mechanics, because if you don't do it right, you're going to take a hefty amount of bomb stacks. So here you got Viper Poison, so try and kind of put it somewhere where it's reasonably safe. So you can see, like, I've kind of put it there, but I've left a little gap in the side. But what we can try and do, if I pull this off, it's going to be a bit of a gutsy play here, but if I pull it off in time, I didn't quite get it. I was going to try and kind of onslaught back into him, but don't worry, we've got our Fell Cleaves back. We can just go like this. And we've got a double Infuriate, which is a lovely thing to see. Oh, we've got a Hound out of Heaven. Yep, we're just okay. Gonna squeeze that, but we're okay. Don't forget, I've got Equilibrium as well, just in case things do kind of go wrong. So he's gonna do another Confession of Faith. So he's got Fireball, so that's gonna be straightforward. So you want to tuck into the side, and then got the kind of markers as well, so that's not too bad. That's his fairly straightforward one. Glossolalia, so that's okay. What we'll do is we'll do a lot of Blood Wetting just to kind of get some health back, just make sure that I kind of stay on top, because he's going to do another Glossalia. This is a lot of talking. My throat is feeling it. Right, so now we've got our Primal Rain back. Oh, but he's going to go for a Hound out of Heaven. We're fine, as you can see. So you can see, like, it kind of goes like sort of spiky line to a purple line. That means, so if you get to purple, you're safe. You're not going to take too big a hit, and you're going to be alright for that. If you're too close, you will take a vuln, as I've mentioned already. We're down to the last 25% or so. You're okay, so I'm going to have another Viper Poison. I'm going to try put it here this time. We're going to do that. So once again, we're just going to try. Oh, I've ended up taking a bit of poison. So okay, hopefully I don't take too much damage from that. Right, let's see if I can get this. Onslaught, correct. And we got it this time. Easy as that. See, it's doable. Alright, into the last 20%. So he's going to go for a Rend. Yeah, bit of a big hit. We're going to pop an Equilibrium, Thrill of Battle. Just to kind of keep the health up. So Equilibrium at higher levels gives you healing over time. So you can see I'm getting a little bit, getting like 3k a tick here. So that's pretty solid. We'll go with Rend to that. And we're now into the last 10%. So he's going to go Confession of Faith. So he's got two side heads of Thunder, so we've got to be in the middle. Oh, that was a big hit there, 20k. Alright, into the last sort of 5%. So we're going to pop in our Chaos. Down 3. And time is when he is defeated. So it looks like we're going to get a sub 25, which is not bad. 0.3 and done. Sub 25, we've got a 24-14. That is not bad. That is the pace to set. So I'm pretty much the first person ever to do it. So that's the world record time. 24-14, not bad. Overall, that was actually a pretty solid run. I thought that was Pretty good. Reno, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh, I hope you like the commentary. I hope you heard the commentary there. That's kind of the first time I've actually done like commentary throughout a speedrun. Usually I'm kind of focused, but I thought, let's jazz it up a bit. So 24:14, that's the time to beat, and I have a world record! Again! Yay! So I'll get that